We are back, and where's the emotional intelligence? Okay, where's the relationship? To be honest with y'all, where is the relationship? Where's the love? Y'all saying y'all love each other, but actions versus words. We're going to get into it from a therapist perspective. So I need y'all to come on in. Like the video, please. Like I need y'all support. Y'all watch the videos. It's not too hard to hype it up. Hit that like. But let's get into. We are still at the Mexico Trouble in Paradise. Was this a vacation? Was this really what everybody um thought they were getting? Okay. Cuz this ain't really, it's not really giving, you know, runaway like let's run away together, let's be together. It wasn't giving that. Okay? It's really not giving that. Now, I really want to start with Madison and Joe. This is a situation where he's just not that into you. He just isn't. Okay. I think physicality is a big issue, but at the same time, the physical is what keeps him, in them sheets with you. Okay. But let's get into it. Hit that like, subscribe to the video. I took a lot of notes, so you're going to see me looking at my notes as usual. All right. But I feel like we are still in this post party. And to be honest with y'all, it was really giving I'm off the henny and something else. Okay. Now I don't know what that something else was, but it was definitely not just tequila. Okay. That wasn't just no tequila stumper. It was a lot more than that. But she is still crying. I can't hear you over the waves. I can't hear you. He's like, what are you wanting from me? To get up out that bed. Get up out that damn bed. Come over here, talk to me. Let's talk it out. But Joe is so into his just like drunken slumber. He's just not that into you. And I need women to read the room, the signs. We are 3 weeks away from marriage. 3 weeks. And nothing about this relationship is giving marriage. Okay. Nothing. But it's oh, well, you're my fiance. I guess we should still get married. No, girl, don't marry him. Because you both lack emotional intelligence, not just Joe, but Madison too. So many times I meet with couples and there's just a lack of communication. Oh, we overly communicate. And I ask how? Oh, we text a lot. We talk a lot on the phone. That's regular smegular communication. Okay. Overly communicating is asking, what do you need from me? What can I do better? Let's sit down and have a weekly chat, a check-in in our relationship. But people do not do that. People think that they're doing enough to keep the relationship going where you are doing enough to keep that car on the road. Okay. But the distance, y'all don't know about putting money as in your words. Okay. Putting all that into the making that car go the distance. It's not. It's going to drive, but it's not going to go the distance. Okay. This is really, he's not that into you. And I know there's been some discourse on the internet that she's too emotional. Why y'all love to tell women that they're too emotional, that they're too sensitive? Oh, I remember. Because people showing emotions makes you uncomfortable. So instead of acknowledging that I'm uncomfortable in this situation, you push it down. Not to mention it was probably pushed down on you as a child. Okay. The adults were so uncomfortable with you showing emotion because they were not in tune with their emotion that they called you sensitive. They called you a crybaby. So now you're projecting that onto other people. Okay. Let me know in the chat if I'm, preaching today. But I think over and over again, I am seeing that neither one of these people, shit, nobody is really ready for marriage. Okay. But we going to roll with it because y'all on the show. But Joe, to me, lacks the ability to self-reflect. The ability to like think past me in this moment, looking outside of myself and what my partner needs of me. And he should have gotten out that bed. She should have came inside and had a conversation of, are we in a place right now to have this dialogue? Are we in a place right now to communicate our needs? Probably not. So let's, you sleep a little bit, whether we're in the bed together, we sleep separately, and come back to this in the morning. But you know what? There's no emotional intelligence. They're lacking the ability to see past themselves. Once again, the I. Whereas in a relationship, it turns that I into we, us. Now, is it always we, us? No. Okay. That's y'all problem too. Y'all always we, and no sense of self. Okay. And so he's just like, I just don't know what she really wanted. Because I think you chose not to insert yourself to ask. Ask that question. What is it that you're needing from me? What can I do better? But that would mean I would have to once again look at myself and how I have contributed to this situation. But in that cup may have been some liquor, but in his pocket may have been something else. Okay, may have been something else. Now they talk about, they were, I believe, separate hotel rooms. And side note, this is a new like little place that they're going to. Okay, all the influencers are being paid to promote this new, I don't know if I want to call it a condominium, hotel, but the crew from Temptation Island also went here in the spring. Okay, so this is a new little place that is trying to get some people to come on over. If y'all notice that it's not the same place that they normally go to because this is new. It's a new place. All right. Now they later apologize. Okay. I really need to do a video on apology languages because y'all just don't know how to apologize. Now, you can say I'm sorry, but what are the actions that are going to match the words? Okay. And another thing is, I do not think an apology always has to come with sex. Because really what's at the forefront? Are you apologizing because you are sorry? Are you apologizing because you are uncomfortable? Are you apologizing because you want intimacy? Okay. What is the real reason are you apologizing? And another thing is, are you apologizing to save face? That you are trying to look a certain way on this show. But I noticed that on all these shows, these relationship shows, when there's apology, it's always met with intimacy. So as a therapist, I wonder what really came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay, the chicken or the egg? So I'm curious to see how this progresses throughout the episodes, but I'm only on episode 7. Y'all know I got bills. I have a whole private practice, and I'm a content creator, so I'm getting there. All right, I'm getting there. Now, later on, we get to Megan. I keep forgetting the dude name that she with. Okay, Luca Daddy. All right, and so Megan says she wants to be a power couple, and I'm curious. The whole power couple thing. In my mind, why do people feel the need to outdo other relationships? Why do people feel the need to be better than other people? Why can't y'all just be? Let's establish that we are in a relationship first before I start throwing out the phrase power couple. Because I feel like there's some layers of toxicity related to that also. And so hear her say, I just want us to be a power couple. You want to dominate the other people. You want to dominate. Once again, focus on your relationship. Stop focusing on so much on being better than other people. Focus on the foundation. But yeah, let me know, like the whole power couple thing, like why? Why? Why is that like necessary? Okay. I just don't understand the need to be a power couple. Let's just be a couple. Let's just exist. We are 3 weeks away from a wedding. Okay. 3 weeks away from a wedding. Now we get another couples party. Do we normally have two of these? I can't remember. We get another couples party probably because it ain't shit happening. They need some more footage, potential drama. Let's liquor them up, is what it was giving. Let's liquor them up. All right. And I notice KB has become the leader. I'm not sure how I feel about a black woman being, placed in that position, the pressure of it. I've seen it on Married at First Sight also. Um, but the women seem to always center around her, which isn't always a bad thing. I just, I want to know if y'all picked up on that too. But the women center around her, um, and they're talking about, what were they talking about? Arguing, arguing. The arguments that they're having, and that it's good to have arguments right now so that they can see, you know, where they are in their relationship. I agree. I full-heartedly agree. You need to fight. You need to argue. I'm gonna marry you in 3 weeks. Not even in a marriage, in a relationship. You need to see how a person communicates during an argument. Do they shut down? Do they know how to actively listen? Do they know how to state their needs? Do they become petty and vindictive? Okay. So I believe early in a relationship, you need to see. Now, do we need to be all a toxic argument? Y'all not talking for days? No. Once again, the emotional intelligence. How do we foster repair? What does repair look like in our relationship? Because sometimes people are like, we never fight. But then when y'all do, y'all don't know how to fight. Y'all know how to repair. So I think it's good that these couples are having some disagreements. I'm not going to say arguments, disagreements to see how you communicate. Do you listen? How you show up? How we repair? Does repair always come with intimacy? Do you know how to listen? And let's take it a step further. Do you know how to actively listen? Because y'all don't know how to actively listen. Y'all just be listening to rebuttal, to defend, to shut up, to put the kibosh and sweep it under the rug. Okay. But I need y'all to learn how to sit with discomfort, to sit with, we're having an argument, to sit with sometimes the silent treatment. Because if you sit with it, you can sit with your thoughts and figure out, how do I approach my partner? How do I approach this? But instead of sitting with it, y'all brush under the rug and cover it up with sex. Clock it, boo boo. Okay, clock it. Now we also get to Annie and Nick. Now I know there was a scene with KB and Edmond, but it wasn't worth my time. He had the pick in his hair and some lavender. Okay, so we're gonna move on over. Now, Annie and Nick. I've been seeing, this also um all over the internet. And the thing about Annie, I could tell she is a person who is used to having family and friends around. Okay. Her being isolated, her not being able to, I think, talk things out, I feel like it's really starting to get to her. Okay. And I also wonder, has she been drinking too? And that maybe she was just a little, I don't know, hungover herself. But I think that she's starting to have doubts. And she needs the reassurance from friends, family that this is the right thing. Okay, she needs that reassurance. But instead of, I think, getting that reassurance, she's in her head. I don't need a refrigerator. She is in her head. And we see how she spirals from being in her head. Annie is a lot of women. I think people in general who have a thought, and because they don't have anyone to bounce that thought off, this is a new person. I don't have my comfort people to bounce my ideas off and kind of lean on to. Now, is that a little bit codependence? Let me think about I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay. But I think she doesn't really at times have a real sense of self. And so in this moment, those negative thoughts are consuming her. And she's looking for reassurance from him, but at the same time, self-sabotaging. So you have all these things going on, my overactive mind, the pressure of this show. I haven't talked to friends and family in probably, I'm gonna say maybe 2.5 weeks. I'm isolated. All of it is just like combusting right now. And I think people forget that some people really need reassurance from friends and family. They really need the comfort of knowing that I can pick up the phone and decompress. That my family and friends will make me feel better about this. But instead, it's just kind of like emotionally, just like, ooh, I don't want to say throwing up, but like kind of, okay. It's just all over the place. And because of those thoughts consuming her, she's self sabotaging. I don't need you. I want you. Okay. And I also think that she's used to a certain type of man that's not Nick. I think that like very masculine man that's just like very much like dominating, strong, that his physicality makes up for probably the doubt that she normally has in her mind. And Nick is not giving that. And so she's sending mixed signals. And he's trying, I think, in this moment to like be patient, respect her boundaries. Do you want me to sleep in the bed with you? Would you prefer me to sleep somewhere else? I'm not mad. I still love you. You can get in the bed, but it's like the energy is like telling me you don't want me to get in the bed. Okay. Listen and learn. Okay. Recognize your emotions, recognize your mood. There's a lot of emotional dysregulation. I hate to say this. With the women, there's a lot of emotional dysregulation. Y'all need some DBT. I don't know if it's CBT. Y'all need something to learn how to not let those, I think the thoughts up here sabotage and consume you. But people don't know how to not have the thoughts consume them. Because once again, I think that people need reassurance. People need that outside somebody, something that helps them kind of like, oh, okay. I hear you, mama, sister, friend. Okay, I hear you. But this is a prime example. Those people are not always going to be here. So you got to learn how to filter out those thoughts yourself. You got to learn the skills. You got to learn how to reality test. What am I thinking? What's happening? Okay. Is he showing me that he doesn't love me? Is there evidence of that? Or is it my mind trying to tell me? Is there evidence that, I shouldn't marry him? Or is it in my mind? Are y'all reality testing when y'all feel overwhelmed and consumed by these thoughts? I really don't think you are. I think sometimes the thoughts just get to you and you sabotage healthy relationships. Now, don't quote me because I'm not saying this is a healthy relationship. This is just in general what I have seen is that people's overactive thoughts and not learning how to emotionally regulate. These are just thoughts. These are not who I am as a person. This is just what I'm feeling in this moment, and these thoughts do not define me. I can move past them. What do I need to do in this moment to kind of like decompress, take a break? Is it listening to music, calling a friend? Is it getting out? What are my coping skills? So that I don't sit here and spiral, and not only just spiral with myself, but the spiral happens in me and it's going over here in my relationship. Okay. But they're not gonna work, y'all. They're not gonna work. Okay. Long term. They might say yes at the altar, but I really don't know about them long term. Once again, I do versus I do. Like I do past the wedding, like the different chapters, seasons, stages of a relationship of marriage. I don't know if I see that. Okay. Now everybody's heading back to Denver. They're in the airport. They finally got their phones back. They're not really on lockdown anymore. The bubble has popped and they're returning. They're excited to get back. Now we get back and they're in their fake apartments. Okay, make up y'all mind. Y'all gonna have them live in these fake apartments, or y'all gonna have them live in their real homes. Okay. And we get back and they're getting into their apartments and oh, y'all wanna know where Edmond is? Oh, he's in the cabinet, y'all. He's in the cabinet. Okay, now body is tea. And I do want to mention that I went through KB's IG. We are very much getting a very demure version of her. Not that she ain't classy, but her IG is giving Instagram baddie. Well, on this show, we're gonna be cute and classy. Okay, cute and classy, a little demure. But yeah, y'all need to check out her Instagram because body is banging. Okay. I guess some of these outfits was not ready, they were not ready for Netflix. Okay. But yes, Edmund is in this cabinet. And looking at this, he's a realtor. And there's a part of me that's like, how did he grow up? Was it in poverty? Is he not used to having nice things? And that he's overly excited. Some of y'all might say this is stimming. He's just excited. But then I'm like, he's a realtor, so he's used to seeing nice homes. So what is this? But girl, it couldn't be me. I'd be like, you need to get up off that cabinet. What you doing? But KB is just like, okay, do you, boo boo, do you? I'm gonna go over here and explore. I'm gonna go explore the rest of the units, okay, and see where we're gonna and see where we're gonna be at. Now, I also want to get to Miss Sparkle. Okay. Now I keep forgetting his name. Oh, Jordan. Okay. I know I'm not good with the names. What do we say here, y'all? Now, Megan and Jordan are opposites. They are very much opposite, y'all. Now they're having conversations, which I think you need. I wonder, since it's our first season, really seeing someone be honest from the get go about having a child, co parenting, and bringing a new person in their lives. What does that look like in this experience? Because once again, we're 3 weeks away from getting married. Marrying somebody and having them be a stepmom. And Megan has not been in a long-term relationship. And that is worrisome to me. I said that in my last episode's recaps. It's worrisome to go from being on your own by yourself, not being in a relationship, to now being somebody's stepmother, a young child. How do you co-parent, and what are the boundaries, parameters of bringing your child into this type of dynamic? Now, Megan says that she's motherly because she's always wanted to be a mother. Does that make you motherly because you've always been wanted to be a mother? Do- Is that is that what it equates to? Because I've always wanted to be a mother, that makes me motherly? These folks are opposite. He don't even really clean up his house. So Ray, I know she makes a lot more money than you. She has properties. You live in a one bedroom. Okay. Jordan is about experience and experiences in life and not materialistic things. And when I say experiences, I don't mean like going to Amsterdam, going to the Maldives. I don't think it's about that. I think it's to him about creating core memories that don't cost a lot. And I just don't see this relationship really working. And so she starts to, I think, be in her head also. And the bubble has popped, y'all. Really thinking about how being his mom, what is Skylar gonna think? Do I bring a gift? It's saying in, and she ain't ready. Okay, she ain't ready. You have two people who are co-parenting who get along sometimes. And I wonder, I haven't seen nothing from Skylar. What are her thoughts about this stranger? Yeah, we're gonna use the word stranger, coming in her child's life and being a stepmama. Okay. I just don't really see it kind of working. It's a disaster. The whole season is a disaster. Am I being punked? Chelsea, what the fuck were you thinking with these people? And who chose Colorado? Y'all could have went to New York, Jersey. Um, we haven't even gotten an LA version. I wonder if it's something with the labor laws in some of these states that y'all can get away with some stuff versus like a California, a New York, a Jersey. Jersey would probably be that would probably be a good one right there. But Colorado, y'all could have left this shit behind. They're just opposites. They're not gonna see each other because they have different work schedules. Um, she's a clean person. He seemed like he aight. He like, I might put my under in the hamper sometimes, but every day, girl, I'm not gonna do it every day. And if you start asking me to do it every day, it's gonna be a bit much for me. It's gonna be a bit much. Okay. But they could have left this season in the trash. Because it is trash. Okay. But of course, what do you guys think? I still got 2 more episodes to watch. So child, y'all need more than therapy. Y'all need I don't want to say enema. Okay, but y'all need some time for yourselves, not in a relationship. Learn the signs of emotional intelligence, how people communicate, actively listening, apology languages. Because right now, it's a shit show. And it ain't gonna get no better. So make sure I hit that like, y'all subscribe. I do all the do's to support my channel. And I will see you in the next one, baby girl. All right. Bye. Love a therapist. Go to therapy. Don't rush into relationships. Okay. Bye.